All right, here we have just a quick little review of this 2014 Nissan GT-R we just got in. If you guys have never driven a GT-R, it's definitely something you need to do. This probably ranks up there in the top 5 most fun cars I've ever driven. You've got an all-wheel drive twin turbo V6, and it is probably one of the quickest 0 to 60 times ever made in production cars. The GT-R, like I said, all-wheel drive, puts out about 545 horsepower to the wheels, and also these have full carbon ceramic brakes all the way around, Brembo brakes, which is nice, and that produces a very quick stopping power. I believe 60 to 0 takes like 90 feet or something like that. They did make a track edition. This is the regular premium, but if you can find one of the track edition GT-Rs, those things are absolute monsters. But they originally had an MSRP of about $100,000, which, you know, compared to most exotics is pretty cheap. Especially you get some decent fuel economy in this one. You get about 19 miles per gallon. So not the worst compared to Ferraris and Lamborghinis. But yeah, this thing is sweet. So this specific one that we're selling, we just got in on the interior, and I think we're still selling it for about $65,000. It's got 44,000 miles on it, so a bit of a higher mileage vehicle. We'll cold start. And then the screen's coming up. Sorry about that glare, guys. So this is one of my favorite parts about this car, is this is basically like a little video game screen. I'm trying to get the glare out, it's early in the morning. And you can see it shows your oil pressure, coolant, engine oil, boost, trans oil temp, trans oil pressure, and then you can cycle through all these little gauges, go more in depth with everything. So a ton of options there. You've got full Bose speakers all the way around. What else? AC is nice and cold, which is always a plus. These seats, you've got this nice suede Alcantara-esque material, and then the nice leather, and these are like thick bolsters, so they're gonna hold you in pretty nicely. As far as these lights, the warning light is just for the TPMS sensor. You have some faux carbon here. What else? You have some rear seats, which may be big enough to fit a small child, but yeah, that's about it. Let's take her for a test drive. All right, so I'm not gonna freaking blast her all the way, because obviously I'm holding the phone. So the ride in this thing is extremely stiff. I know this is one thing that the GT-R is, you know, one of their bigger downfalls, is more of economy exotic is their stiff suspension. But as you know, it's a track car first and foremost, so that's to be expected. But the all-wheel drive definitely is a huge bonus. It's got a dual clutch 6-speed transmission, shifts nicely. As you can see, it's pulling up our what is this, braking. So like I said, you can shift through all these little screens. You can set it up however you want to, which is pretty neat. Like I said, just like a video game. But yeah, this thing is a freaking monster. I mean, you can just hear it. And surprisingly, the exhaust isn't too loud, so go ahead and park her up here. I think the coolest thing about this GT-R is, at the end of the day, it's a Nissan. Like, to think that, you know, the same company that produces a Pathfinder or a Maxima or a Sentra makes this is pretty, it's pretty wild. But yeah, this thing, like I said, if you guys have not ridden in a GT-R, definitely try to snag one. Or if you guys are interested in this one, just shoot us a comment, shoot us a message. We also have a page, www.govdeals.com/dealguys, that you can go view our current inventory at. We do offer financing, so on a vehicle like this, definitely makes it a little more attainable. And yeah, let us know if you guys are interested.